might have Flap and the rich lady under your spell, but it's gonna take more than that to impress me.
How's it hanging, hunters? Sorry for the wait. TU4 kinda killed all the builds I had planned, but now we have Gugmartian gear that has cracked the lid open for build crafters and given us a much wider selection in terms of set bonuses and slot efficiency. Bonuses like Dashaguma's Might and Protein Fiend, Shay Wu are seeing some light, as well as some skills that had gone under the radar, like my sweet baby Foray. By element rolling your poison Gugmartian, we can actually have an okay-ish uptime on Foray while still dealing respectable damage. I'm trying to make my vids a little longer to get some more eyes on them. So along with the build, I want to talk about some math around poison and how it actually works. The math can be a little daunting, but it's more tedious than difficult, and it is important to know when calculating uptimes for both the status and Foray. Poison is a status effect that will deal continuous damage over time. The damage per tick will either be 10, 15, or 20 depending on the monster's resistance, and the duration is also different depending on monster resistance, with a range of 15, 20, or 25 ticks, with a rate of 1 tick per second. But as a safe average, you can assume 15 damage per tick for 20 ticks. There's also an increase in poison resistance after poison procs that will stop increasing at a max cap. This max cap and resistance increase after proc are also specific to each monster, but will increase from around 200 to 300 on average. There is no way to actually see these numbers in-game without using mods on PC. As a console player myself, I understand the pain, and I've included a link to a calculator that can display these numbers. After that, you just need to account for the time to proc each poison until max resistance, then find the time for a poison proc at max resistance. For example, let's say the initial resistance is 100, increases by 50 every proc, and has a max cap of 300. The procs would need 100, 150, 200, 250, and caps at 300 buildup per proc. So you would need 4 procs to reach max resistance. CRSSB 1 spam nets 3 hits per second, meaning we can deal the full 30 status per second. So it would take 3.3 seconds for the first proc, then 5 seconds, 7.3 seconds, then 8.3 seconds, with max resistance procs taking 10 seconds. So our equation looks like 10 plus 20, x equals y minus 3.3 plus 5, plus 7.3 plus 8.3 plus 20 times 4, where x is the number of procs at max resistance, and y is the total time of a hunt in seconds. Let's assume a 5-minute 300-second hunt. If we plug that into our equation, we see that there would be 53, approximately 7 procs at max resistance. Along with the 4 beginning procs, we have 11 procs in 300 seconds. Multiply by 20, and we get 220 seconds out of 300, or a 73% uptime on poison. While I can tell you from testing that the actual average uptime for this build in 7-8-star hunts is around 30% across the Apex and post-game monsters, there's a pretty big jump between resistances in 9-star hunts compared to 8 and under. So it's important for hunters to know how these systems work. And since literally no one will talk about poison but me, I figured it's better to include actual math. Now I'm done talking numbers. Let's look at the new build. This is the updated version of my Acidic Bolt build, with Burst Boost 1, Leviathan's Fury 1, and Lord's Soul, and uses Wex 5, Foray 5, and Max Might 3 to reach 80 affinity, and 95 affinity when Leviathan's Fury is active. Even better, with this attack 4 talisman, we can have 4 attack and 5 crit boost. Due to the 2 pieces of AT gear being Jin Dahat, we also have binding counter if you run a shield. I've got a quick 7-star tempered Ray Dao to flex the build a little bit more, and partly to prove I'm not just lying about Poison Foray being a valid build now. Maybe one day I'll see other Poison enthusiasts in Wilds, but it's fun being the weird one, I guess. My next build idea is to try a 4 Scorcher / 2 Gore / Foray build, but I'm still working out the skills and it might not even be good. We will have to see. Thanks for sticking through the video this long. I'm always down for new build ideas, no matter how off-meta. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and leave a comment if you want me to try something.
On my way there.
Hey, hi.
What the hell are you doing in here?
I'm Greg, Pam's friend.
What, were you just sniffing my boxers, dude?